Yo, we are
Yo,
back straight to it. Back in the Minecraft village. Wow, there's hella petals right now. I'm just taking it all in.
hmm,
Look at that. Alright, we're gonna play the game of Where is Charlie? Don't give me any hints this time. Okay. Alright. So, if I were Charlie and I spawned in on the meditation mat, I'd be like, usually I hop in the water.
okay.
But he knows he's been there a couple times. He's like, that's too easy. So then he would get out of the water and then he would be like, let me try to get in an elevated space because that's what I did last time in the end portal, right? So then he would climb up the waterfall and he'd be like, okay, now I can get on these trees safely. And then he would come across these trees. He would take a look at Kirby.
I would.
And he would be like, wow, Kirby, so beautiful you are. And then he would be like, and then he would be like, okay, give me one hint. Are you near the koi pond?
Yes,
Okay. So,
I've had a clear view of you.
okay. Currently or this whole time?
Currently and this whole time.
Okay. Am I okay? As I'm retracing your steps, is this or is this not a perfect replica? Give me a second. Replication is not the right word. I mean, it can be, but I'm thinking of a different word of retracing your steps. I feel like there's an actual word for it. So then you'd be like, no, there's not a good spot because he's going to spawn right there. He's going to look up. He's going to see all these trees. But then he's going to turn around and see all these trees. And he's going to see me staring at him. That is not a good idea. So now, what is the only last spot that you could currently be in? Right behind me the whole time. Oh, baby, he's done it.
He's done it.
I was kind of losing my mind for a second because I didn't know what else would be the next step, and then I just had to make sure before I made any next steps that you were actually at the koi pond.
That I wasn't over by the cap.
Yeah, you're just like at the crib or whatever, just doing some shit. So, Chad, we were having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I was showing Charlie a beat that I made tonight. Obviously had the stream for tonight, and we were talking about different levels of producing. We got a good homie who's hopped on the game with us once before. Goes by the name Cordium. He's actually the one that first, he got me into DJing first, and then eventually showed me the ropes and got me started with producing too. So we were talking about how while me and Cordium are self-taught producers, there's a different, obviously, learning style, but also like a, would you say connectability, or like a, is that kind of the
crossover maybe?
crossover,
Like, I don't know what the best word would be.
relatability, or
Yeah, of sound design and production.
yeah. So
And just a little background, Cordium is a fantastic producer, world class, uh, a world class DJ, and a world class sound design and engineer. And he just has
shouts
a
out the mans.
wealth of knowledge. And
Plethora.
being taught by someone that is not just a producer is also, a sound designer. Like, he makes songs top to bottom. And being able to pull from all of that knowledge when being first taught how to navigate specificably Ableton is just a superpower.
And so,
And
oh, continue. Did you wrap up
and,
your thoughts?
and basically, like, from what I have seen, not a lot of producers nowadays are trained specifically in and like with the background knowledge of sound design and engineering. It's more just straight production, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but I feel it gives you an edge in the game.
100%. And Charlie was also mentioning basically how there's levels to it, to being a producer. And I agree. And I was telling him how I will have this gripe with elitist producers that, and it mainly is with hip hop, but you'll hear other producers refer to hip hop producers as beat makers, um, or that you're not a producer, you're a beat maker, to make it like less than or less thereof
Mm-hmm.
of what you are, to make you less legit, whatever the case may be. And you kind of hear like the same thing with producers who sample or use loops or things of those sorts. Like they'll be like diminished in a sense. And while I see where they're coming from, in the sense of, as a producer, you should try to become the best version of a producer that you possibly want to be, given where that's at. So if you're like, I want to be, for example, in the industry, I want to be industry level producer, but you only know how to produce really like one way, and it's kind of like, well, maybe, but if you really want to get to that point, you got to put in a lot more work. Like, you got to learn music theory. You got to know how to, like I was mentioning before, if you use loops, you got to know how to create your own melodies from scratch. You got to know how to sample, vice versa. Like, those three as a producer, I think is very core factor. If you want to be
Yeah.
good in all aspects, you got to master all three of those aspects. Just on a creativity level and just understanding of how to create music. And then, like you were saying, like once you get into sound design, and music theory are very, very similar, but depending on what type of sounds or what type of genre that you make, shapes the sound design. So, like in Serum, obviously, you have, I don't even know how big the library is, but all these possible waveforms that you can create a sound, and but the same thing can go in sampling, and so you could. I think you were telling me one day to what sound effects were you telling me to use? Make a beat out of only X, Y, and Z sound effects.
Jog more memory. What
I forget. You told me like a specific, like for example, you were like, you should make a beat solely using like Minecraft sounds and like sampling that and like sound designing that and make a beat. You didn't use Minecraft, but you said something along those lines.
Yeah.
But like something like that, like even if it's for fun, to just to see how good you can get at it, like
Yeah.
you have to
And
allow
flex
yourself.
that range.
Yes, you have to allow yourself to make some fucking ass to get better. And so it's
Yeah.
okay to, be like, oh damn, I don't understand music theory right away. Well, it's like, okay, well, you can just simply practice and get better. Like,
There's resources. There's many free resources online that can teach you and do whatever. And bro, it can be a 15-minute YouTube video watch that, and boom, you have a better, not a full understanding, but a better understanding of
Exactly.
music theory.
Now, I will say, watching a YouTube video does not make you a certified expert overnight. Obviously, I know that's not what you're saying at all either.
Yeah,
But just in
yeah,
general, of like for me personally, I think the best source of learning is within practice. So like, pull up that YouTube video up, but then also have your DAW open. Like, be ready
yeah.
to do that. Or like, if you're watching, let's say like you on your lunch break or some shit, and you pull up like one of those videos, watch it, save it for later, come back to it when you get home, open it up X, Y, and Z. And so like that's just the cheat code to being self-taught is you have the ability to do so. You don't have to go to school, and you can. You absolutely can.
You can,
And
and
if that's what
that's
you want to do, go
that
for
would
it.
be
I think personally, it's if you want to go that route, you are leaning more towards wanting to go straight into the industry, and depending on what genre you want to get into, that could be beneficial, that could be not, or could not be beneficial. And that's kind of what I was talking about in the very beginning of like, I feel like self-taught producers versus like producers who go to school. I gotta say this carefully, but like
yeah, very careful.
self-taught producers to me feels like more community based, while those other
Hmm.
producers are more corporate based. But that makes sense if you're just trying to go straight into the industry. You're trying to go at that immediate level, and so I feel like that's the difference of like relatability too, of kind of how we were mentioning earlier, of like in a studio session, a self-taught producer may be able to understand a little bit better of like, oh, I want a melody that goes like la 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 la, and then like you can build the chords that way, versus
Hmm.
maybe like a industry producer who's used to working with industry level people who know the technical terms of everything might struggle in that same environment. Now, obviously, both sides can figure out both sides, of course,
Yeah.
but maybe just in a general sense, that could be true. But now, on that part, so if you real life want to be a producer, get your head down, work, learn those three aspects. Try to learn yourself an instrument if you got money to get an instrument, and fucking just make music and
It
get
can
and
be
get
it
into
can
sound
be
design if you want to.
a $50, keyboard off Facebook Market. Like, there's no wrong.
Well, I'm not even talking about a MIDI. Like,
No, but
I
I'm
do
saying
think
as
you
an
should,
instrument.
yeah, definitely get yourself like a MIDI keyboard to at least start to learn music theory. But I'm talking about like pick up a guitar, learn how to
Yeah.
play saxophone. Like, that's really how you separate yourself in that aspect too. And then if you already know how to sample, already know music theory, this, that, and the third, like you are no longer producing with a hand tied behind your back. You are now producing with multiple arms. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You have another extension that makes producing that much easier for you, and it's all connected. But
Hmm.
on the flip side of that, I don't fuck with producers belittling other producers and saying that they're not producers when they are
Yeah. No,
producers
I mean,
by
I think
definition.
we all know what it comes down to. Let's be very
And we
real right
and,
now.
and we do. That's what I was insinuating earlier with the beat making, and at least in the
Yeah.
hip hop sense, we know what that's related to. But like someone who's like, if someone just started producing and they're sampling their favorite songs and they're making beats out of that, and it sounds good. Remember, most important part about making music, it fucking sounds good. At the first issue and last issue, does it sound good?
Does it sound good?
Okay, cool. Last check mark. Does it fucking sound good? Yes or no? Okay, cool. If it meets there from point A to point B, I don't give a fuck what you did to it. I don't care if you took
Yeah.
a a loop, a melody loop, and then a drum loop, and you put them bitches together. Fuck, they're outside.
Oh God.
I pieced both of them up real quick, but anyway, um, but like you by definition are still a producer A producer, by
Yeah.
definition, is someone who can make a song, start to finish, so on and so forth. So like, it's the same thing that I feel about DJing. Just know your lane, be respectful to it, and like don't try to be something you're not, and also just don't be an elitist. Let people have fun, let
Yeah.
people learn, and like if it sounds good, why are you bitching?
Yeah. Bottom line.
Like who gives a fuck?
And like
They're not trying to make
another thing
music
that I
to
wanted,
impress producers. They're trying to make music to make fans and get other people to listen to music and think the music is good.
like being a fan is quite cool.
Yeah.
Like there's zero wrong with it. Anyone trying to tell you that you got to be X, Y, and Z, and you can't fuck with nobody, and you can't fan out, and whatever. No, bro. Like, there, as a photographer, and I feel like the same goes for just about any artistic expression, be it producing, photography, painting, whatever it may be. Being a fan is fucking cool because, like, you have love for the game. Like, you recognize great work. So
Exactly.
like I've walked up on many, many, many fantastic photographers and bro, fanned out like a motherfucker. Fanned out. I was like, bro, what you
Showing
did with
that.
that shit was tough.
Right.
That made me rethink a lot of shit. Seeing that was dope. And like, I mean, I've done it with producers and artists of all kinds where it's like, bro, dope shit is cool. It's not, nobody is too cool to be a fan of dope shit.
This is facts. It has never been that cool to enjoy things.
Bro, like,
Well,
enjoy things. It's
there's
fun.
actually a few things that you should not enjoy, but
A few things, but
right. Eh,
barring that,
Exactly. In a perfect
barring that,
world.
having fun and enjoying things is dope.
Yeah. That's what life's all about.
But another thing that I wanted to touch on is the the difference between, and I could be wrong here, but like, and I see parallels between photography and um, photography and any art artistic expression
Hmm.
where the formally trained, like if you have a, a hundred people taught by a singular person, that like yes, each one will have their own, their own swag, whatever it may be, their own flavor, their own sauce,
Hmm.
but like there will be a similar thread. It comes down to the person to make it their own swag.
Right.
But like with the self-taught, you like there is no like similar thread to draw between like okay, these 100 photographers
I
all watched the same video.
Yep.
They have their settings on the same presets, like
Hmm.
not, maybe not presets. I'm not trying to down talk anyone formally trained.
No, 100%. But what I see what you're saying. You're basically saying like they had their training wheels, and then they got to take their training wheels off and become their own, you know, artist. And so
Hmm.
they had a little blueprint in front of them. While
Yeah,
self-taught, you kind of gotta ride without them training wheels,
yeah,
and
you
kind of
gotta,
figure it out on the fly.
and
And
more likely than not, I think just in general, you're bound to fall a little more,
yep.
just inherently. Like I've taken plenty of stank ass photos, learning and just fucking around. I knew they were stank ass photos, but I had to learn what a stank ass photo was
Right.
to make some dope shit.
Exactly.
And now I am very thankful that I took those stank ass. I'm not ashamed of it, not one bit.
Exactly.
That I took those stank ass photos, because
How else are you
now I
supposed to
know
learn?
why it's a stank photo, and I know how to not do that, and what makes a good photo versus, you know, one that's maybe not so great.
Exactly. And chat, always remember, an L is never a loss. It's forever a lesson.
It's forever a lesson.
So always make sure that you view things as such, and I promise you, you'll win at everything in life.
Everything.
There's some more topics I wanted to talk to you about. I should have wrote them down. I was like, I'll remember them, knowing damn well I'm not going to. But yeah, shouts out
Do you
producing.
remember what it was around?
Nope. I feel like it had to do something along the lines with the geopolitical climate.
Okay.
Something
Yeah.
along those lines, or maybe I can't remember, bro. It could have been something along those lines. It might have not been.
I'll give you 1 second. I need a minute. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Oh, go piss, girl. Oh, that's right. And there was one more I wanted to talk to him about. I forget. I don't even know how I want to set up this basement, and I'm kind of worried it might be a little fucky. I don't know though. Hmm. So Hopper would go here. And then we place the copper chest here. Okay. I'm not really thinking this one through. Ooh. Fuck. This just might have to be like the centerpiece of the basement and like form everything else out. Oh boy. Okay. Well, let me at least carve this out first. Alright. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
He's back. He go piss girl.
He went piss girl. Okay. I remembered one of the things I wanted to talk about, but I forget the other ones. Or I forget the other one. So, now mind you, I'm not super well versed on it.
Okay.
Heard a little bit about it at the time, and now I'm hearing this new news, and now I'm just very confused. And I'm curious if you know more about it. Have you heard anything about the DoorDash girl?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So, as far as I know, this girl, she used to work for DoorDash, and she was delivering a meal one night. And so the instructions were degular, leave it, at the doorstep.
Oh, was it the one weird fuck that was like laying there naked?
Yes, that's what I'm referring to.
Okay. Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah.
So, as far as I knew from the story, and again, obviously correct me if I'm wrong or if I just have the wrong information because I'm not well versed. So, when I initially heard this story, I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's so insane. Like, somebody ordering DoorDash and then, like, being butt ass naked, door wide open. Like, fucking weirdo shit. And then, like,
Yeah.
seeing the video and everything. And it's like, yeah, like, how do you defend that? You walk up, doors wide open, bro's out there with his dick out. Like,
Yeah.
and granted, I'm not making an excuse for him, but I saw something of like, how do you order DoorDash and fall asleep? All right, bro. I've been there. Not with my dick out, but I have definitely plenty of times ordered DoorDash either fucked up or just late as shit, lay down, watch TikTok, waiting for it to get delivered, and then boom, fucking it's 4 o'clock in the morning and my sheets is outside, just out there for hours. So that part, I get the passing out. Now, I'm okay, and so jump forward now. I see that she got charges pressed against her, and I seen something about like supposedly.
She got charged?
Yeah, bro, 2 felonies, or maybe 1 felony, like surveillance shit. Yeah, it's kind of fucked. But the interesting part, and again, I don't know how it's true it is because I tried to find it and I couldn't find it anywhere. Supposedly, there's Ring camera footage that shows a different story. And so I don't know what that may be. And so I got to thinking, I don't think like that inherently means that like she set this all up and like just opened the door and seen that this dude was passed out with his dick and then just came up with this crazy plan to like do whatever. That doesn't sound very rational to me. Yeah. What I think is more rational, if it's not the case of bro passing out with his dick out, ordering DoorDash for whoever is supposed to, drop it off, gets to see that, and he gets like that's like his kink or whatever the fuck. Is I wouldn't be surprised if like that was the end of a night of like a really, really drunk night. Whoever was over at the crib with them, like, dipped and left the door wide open and like Uber got him or just walked home, whatever the fuck, granted, still so many questions of why his pants is off and drawers is off. But like, if that's what is the Ring camera footage of showing that like somebody else left the door wide open and it wasn't bro's fault or whatever, like, that's kind of fucked on her stance of like that's what she's getting fucked over for or getting a fucking felony for, when like all that would be, I guess, is like miscommunication is not the right word, but like misunderstanding in that sense. It's still wrong what she had to experience like from that, but like at least he wasn't like deliberately being a weirdo, I guess.
But it's still, yes, 100%, but still it does contribute to the overall, you know, feeling of being unsafe.
Oh, 100%.
And like whether or not it was intentional, like still, like that's
exactly, bro.
I don't care if it's intentional or not. If I walked up on that shit, I'd be like, damn, bro, fuck.
This is not what I was trying to see tonight.
I just wanted to drop food off.
Just trying to drop food off. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and I agree. That's why I was saying, like, regardless of what led up to that point of her having to see that dude with his dick and balls out, like, it's still terrible for her having to experience. And so, like, and then on top of that, she's getting charges. Bro, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Now, if somehow, some way, this is like a crazy TikTok like master plan or whatever to do whatever, that would be insane. I feel like that would be the third alternative world, what's his name? M. Night Shyamalan twist movie. But yeah, bro, I've just been seeing like little bits and pieces of that, and I thought that shit was wild. So I remember seeing it originally, and there was that's right, I think in the beginning, like, the people were like, oh, if it said drop it off at the door, why did you go inside the house, or X, Y, and Z? And then she dropped the video of the door wide open. Everyone's like, oh my god.
And I understand it from a perspective. Well, I'm not going to say I understand it, but like I see where it's coming from in a sense of like I feel violated.
Yeah.
And
hashtag not what I was trying to see.
I don't want to hear people say, "Oh, that didn't happen." Oh, fucking, if take it to court, and
literally
folks are like,
motherfucker, I have the proof.
Where's the proof? Because then you get all those weird Twitter fucks.
Yeah.
They're like, well, what has he been charged? Has he been found guilty?
What were you wearing?
What were you wearing? It's like, oh, fucking okay, buddy. How about you kill yourself?
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be something to see how this all unfolds, I guess. But
doesn't that bro had to press charges then, right?
For sure.
Okay.
I mean
that's how it works, right? For like those types of charges, for under surveillance and shit like that.
I think so. I'm not gonna act like I know.
Right.
But that would seem to be how that would work.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, on a completely unrelated note, this wandering trader over here was trading Nautilus shells.
Oh, we need some of them.
So I just bought all 5 that he had.
Hell yeah.
And now we only need 3 more to make the conduit.
Hey, baby.
Let me... start unloading a lot of extra bullshit that we don't need into the composters just to make room. Yeah, I can probably part with a couple stacks of these saplings. I wonder if I can compost the poppies. Let's find out. Let's find out. And hey, you're going straight in there. Also, I smacked a bunch of the cows over there. So I think it's like 4 more stacks. Yeah, 3.5 more stacks of steaks in the furnace array over there.
Hell yeah.
Whenever you want to grab them.
But yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to talk to you about, but I can't remember.
It'll come to you eventually, whether it be now or at 4 a.m. or wake up in a cold sweat.
Yeah.
He's done it.
He's done it, and then he still doesn't write it down.
This villager has protection for.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bet. Okay. Now all I need, I think the major things that we need are feather falling for the boots. And then that should be good. We could also probably, how much gold do we, okay, there. Stack and a half of gold. We can probably get soul speed, but for the Ender Dragon fight, we mostly just need protection and like protection and feather falling are the big ones.
The big one.
Big. Yeah, for the part.
The big one.
It would also probably behoove you at some point to make a food chest.
Ooh. Of different fruit varieties, right?
I mean, I feel like right now we're mainly on the steak, so you can focus on the steak. But I mean, you could, like, seeing as we don't have like multiple double chests full of just steak, you could probably put like all the cooked meats into one, and then maybe have one for like golden apples and all the different kinds of fish. Because like in each one of these, you have whatchamacallit. In each one of these, you could theoretically put all of the Like, have the gold one be just gold ingots, but you could also put raw gold ore in there,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll sort just the same. It only gets a little fucky when we have, or a good one would be iron blocks and iron ingots. Like it'll sort the same as long as there's some.
Yeah, we just have to set the chest up right.
Yeah, I'll actually do that right now, just as like a just to see how it works. I'll put one iron block in there, and then pop it in there. He'll get to it when he gets to it. Takes it out, checks the first one, checks the second one, checks the third one, and then once he gets to the iron. What?
Did you put the
Tell me you
block of
did not
iron in
just.
there?
Oh, I took all the emeralds out, so it
Oh,
put it in the emeralds.
don't do that.
Don't do that. Let me get some more emeralds real quick. But yeah, stuff like diamonds where we're feasibly not gonna have double chests on double chests on double chests full of them right now. I think it's okay to put like we can put the diamonds and diamond blocks and diamond ore and deep slate diamond ore all in that one.
Yeah, I mean,
So that way,
yeah, all we have to do is we just have to make sure we put one block of it in there in a row, and then it'll sort it in there automatically. So as long as we sort the chest correctly,
yeah.
perfect.
Like I'm about to do that with the diamond ore and the emerald ore.
Yeah.
So now in the bottom right corner there's diamond ore, and in the bottom right of the emerald chest there's emerald ore.
Fire.
You cool with that?
Yeah, no, I think that's perfect for real.
Bet. So that way you don't have to, because that just condensed down. If you were going to do all completely individual chests, that just condensed down, what is it, 4 chests into 1.
Exactly. Okay.
Another useful one that is going to be so crucial, so crucial, is enchanted books. Because sorting through enchanted books is such a pain.
No, 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 no. Get your ass back in there. Bad copper golem. Do I need to put you down? Get back in there.
How do you get out? Oh, I see. I wish there was a way that I could just pick his ass up and get in there.
Get back in your hole, buddy.
I'm gonna break this copper real quick. Or wait, I can just break this. Come here. Alright. There we go. Now, alright. Then I'll take him over here so you can replace that with whatever. Uh-uh. And then get that off of you.
Yay! Welcome to your forever home. Do you like it?
Oh, he loves it. Okay, that's
Now you said you wanted that to be all mob materials, correct?
the layer that you're on right now.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense to me.
Perfect.
So you're gonna have to figure out what mob materials are most important to you. So like probably good to have a thing for bones,
Mm-hmm.
good to have a thing for arrows,
Mm-hmm.
good to have a thing for blaze rods. You
Okay.
could probably put blaze rods and blaze powder in the same thing.
Okay.
You can probably put magma cream and slime in the same thing.
Okay.
Spring and spider eyes in the same. Gunpowder in its own.
Mm-hmm.
You could put, I don't know how many I just named off, but you could put phantom membranes in there.
I was thinking we could do arrows.
Yeah, arrows. Arrows would probably be its own thing. Yeah, you're a smart cookie. You figured out.
I'll figure it out. We will have to do one for zombie meat.
Yeah. Because that is valuable.
Oh my god.
Did you just die down there?
Yeah. Whoops.
Where?
Oh no,
Oh,
no, no.
back.
Yeah, at the mob farm.
Oh, you died. You were over at the mob farm?
Yeah. I was going up the scaffolding and then I wasn't paying attention and then I slipped off. Dee 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 dee. Well, at least my stuff didn't blow up in the nether this time. Yay!
Yeah.
He can get all of his stuff back. Yay! This is why we need feather falling.
I'm saying, like, this is so cruel, and why we need elytras.
Yeah, I was gonna say that part too. I went to place a water bucket, but I don't think I had one.
Oh, you were trying to MLG?
Well, I was like, holy fuck, I'm falling. And then I was going to be like, let me just try. And then I realized I didn't have one in my hot bar. So then I tried to get back on the scaffolding and then didn't make it in time.
Yeah, that
RIP'd
happens.
himself. Hey, you got some XP still. Now, there's no items that sink to the floor, right? In the water?
No, I'm pretty sure all items float, unless they're being affected by a magma block.
I don't see any of those here.
Do you have just about everything that you went over there with?
I believe so. I mean, I have all the important shit.
Okay.
AKA all the tools and armor and such. I think I got everything else. Alright, take two. First try.
First try.
Starts not paying attention again. Maybe I make a water elevator for this one day.
You know, that's not a half bad idea. But also, we're about to quickly outgrow that mob farm.
I was about to say, I remember you saying You're gonna make a new one, a better one.
Because that definitely is not optimized at all. It is simply good enough for what we needed at the time. The developments that mob farms have gone through since I started playing are just insane. Like, I forget the person who made the video, but delving deep into the intricacies of each individual aspect of the mob farm, like timing and what, like, down to what different orientations of the timer, like north, south, east, and west, affect the overall production is absurd. Like, I know this is kind of played out to say, but like, this is Minecraft, and people have gotten to the point where like they have full computers
Yeah.
running programs made out of redstone.
Absolute crazy shit. Could you wax the new copper golem, please?
You're
Forgot to give him that good old waxing.
Did I leave the wax up here?
Unless
Where'd the wax go?
unless I have all of the wax.
I was gonna say, I think you have all of the wax. How much wax do you have?
A stack.
Yeah, you definitely have all the wax. 100% of the wax is localized on you. Yeah. Were you just grabbing a bunch of shit over at the mob farm to put into the system?
I was gonna bring a little bit, as much as I could hold, and then mainly I was just gonna using the mending resource currently.
Hmm.
Give my tools back to 100.
Gotcha.
On a lighter note, I hit 50 subscribers today.
Hey, 50 piece on them.
You like that?
You like that, big dub.
Next step, 100.
We shamelessly celebrate each milestone on this side.
Own God. We celebrate all success.
Success is good and worthy of acknowledgement. Doesn't mean folks are satisfied.
Exactly. And if
But we
YouTube tells me it's a milestone, then it's a milestone, bitch.
Exactly.
And if you got any problems with that, take it up with your mama.
Talk to your mom about it.
'Cause I ain't arguing.
I am not the one. It would probably also just talking out loud, behoove you to have a fish thing, because again, feasibly, we're at this moment we're not gonna have double chests full of just fish.
Also true.
So you could put puffer fish, tropical fish,
Oh, the fish.
raw salmon, cod, the whole nine. Um, trying to think of logistics. Yeah. Yeah, now that we got the protection for villager, I'm just kind of grinding out emeralds from our emerald guy.
Or bank.
The bank. Again, I can't say it enough. This iron farm is crazy. It's such a game changer.
Such a game changer.
And now just being able to focus on mining trips, just like the valuable shit. Like this double chest is almost full.
That's crazy.
That's wild. What? I can just compost these poppies.
Baby zombie. Chicken jockey. Did you ever go see the Minecraft movie?
No.
Me neither.
I'm bad.
We're fake
Wait,
fans.
do you have a chicken jockey over there?
No. I just like saying it for the memes.
If you do, let me know. Because we can get a music disc.
Music disc. Alright. So we definitely want to bring some gunpowder. Definitely want to bring some bones. Definitely want to bring some zombie flesh. Some arrows. It's probably all I'll take from here for now, because that would make sense, right? Those four?
Yeah, those are the major ones. The other one that we'll need eventually is string, but seeing as that mob farm doesn't produce string, we don't have to, it's good to have, a slot for it, but we won't have mass amounts of it yet. When I make the other mob farm, we will, because it produces...
Oh, ender
everything.
pearls.
Ender pearls is an important one. The next XP farm that I'm going to make is once we kill the dragon, I'm going to make an Enderman XP farm because they're dead simple and just so much XP.
Unlimited.
And then the other thing that I'm doing is just to, you'll see it when you get over here, when you look in the specifically the iron chest is having like one in each slot of each thing that we could feasibly have for the time being. Of like, I have 2 rows of iron blocks and the rest of them being iron ingots. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just so things don't get weird and well, disorganized. Not that it'd be the end of the world, but still feels good on brain.
Feels good on brain. Do we have any ender pearls left?
Yeah, you put it in Dickhead's chest.
That's right. Okay, let me go double check something. I think I have enough. Oh, fuckwad. I gotta wax ya. There you go.
You're getting waxed, buddy.
Alright, so we'll do... Actually, let me drop some shit off. Alright, so I'll make this gunpowder. We'll make this one string. We'll make this one a blaze rod. Ender pearl ski. Zombie flesh. That's right. Spider eye will go with string. And we can do magma cube, magma cream. Cream team or squirt squad, Mr. Trump? Were you creaming on it or were you squirting on it?
The world needs to know.
The world needs to know. Okay, what am I missing? So I got gunpowder for creepers, string for spiders, blaze rods for blaze, ender pearls for endermen, zombie flesh for zombies, magma cream for magma cubes and slimes, and then I have bones and arrows. So I have one left, unless you want me to remove arrows and add 2 more.
Well, let me see.
Which we could do the membrane. That would be an option. I don't think I'm forgetting any in other chests.
Like one more thing that would just make sense. Let me.
How do you get prismarine crystals?
Those are from ocean monuments, so that would be a good option to put in there. I'm going through all mob drops right now.
can't think of anything else. At least what we have right now.
You could do gas tiers.
I was thinking that too, but I don't think we have any. So we could always sub that one out for the arrows. Once we get some again.
Yeah. Me personally, I think membrane is cool. I don't think we're ever gonna have like there's really no use for it in the sense of like the only use is to repair elytras,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a moot point once you put
Mending
on it. So
we could swap it out later.
yeah, we could swap it out later for gas tiers because a gas tier farm is coming at some point. So having room for them is crucial.
Now I'm assuming you would like bone meal in a more farming section than bone section, right?
Yeah,
I agree.
that would seem to make sense to me.
I'm also gonna put cobwebs with the string chest as well. Any objections?
Okay. None. And the good thing about these is they will interface pretty well once we get to the stage of shulker boxes and like unlimited shulker boxes in the sense of if we have one chest that has a full shulker box of say gunpowder, if we put a shulker box full of gunpowder in the system, it will sort to that. Which is so crucial and was such a big pain to do before copper golems.
Shouts out the copper golems.
And is it okay if I run a quick? We have. Let me make a couple chests right quick.
Do your thing.
because the only bottleneck I could foresee in this system would be how much room we have in the input. So if I say, sure. We could do one of them, and then or we could actually, well, would that be, I think that would. If I were to put it over here, I think if this fills up, then this will input down. Like, that's just how hoppers work. If this chest is full and there's stuff in this hopper that can't fit in here, it will input it into this chest.
Okay.
So I'll just put this right here. And then bang, bang. Does that throw off your feng shui at all?
Truthfully, yes, just because I don't think we will be inputting that much at a time. Now, I think if, like, periodically, if we built the whole system and didn't have them put stuff away once we finished a row or whatnot, then yeah. If maybe, like, once we get back from, like, when we can have, like, ender chests filled with shulker boxes, yes. We should definitely
Unnecessary.
We should definitely do something like that to where you and me could empty out so many blocks and it basically be no slowdown time. But for right now, I don't think we need it.
How do you feel about this chest, though?
It's not terrible. Like, we could build around it.
I could put it right here, but, like, you see that? Like, if I were to go right now and input all of the stuff from, I also just think that this, like, reaching to this is easier than going all the way to the copper chest.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you like it better over this chest, or do you like it better over here?
I think I'm gonna like it better there for right now, at least. I still
Like,
don't.
where is that, right?
Yeah, and this is probably, it'll probably be temporary anyways, just because I don't know how this is all gonna shape out. I really just want to get the. This is, like, basically the centerpiece. I want to make sure the centerpiece is good and to go, and then I'll worry about, like, aesthetic and everything else afterwards.
Yeah, and, like, theoretically, we could hide this. Like, we could run a hopper line going.
Exactly. I was about to say we can really worry about making the, like, initial lead chests. Like, we could, yeah, exactly. We could do something like that where we do have, like, chest on chest on chest and they're basically hidden away. Then I'm cool with that. But just having them, like, stacked up like that out in the open, I'm not the biggest fan for the utility right now because it's just not necessary. But like you were just saying, once we have all the layers set up, then we can really worry about, like, making it as efficient as possible with the aesthetic once I figure that out.
But
At least the main important like rows, like once we can move our whole storage down into here, then we can do the aesthetic part, and then we can just fix everything
Yeah.
going forward and add as many more rows as we need to going forward.
yeah. In the meantime, I do think this chest is nice for just ease of reach, because like standing where you're at right now, it's kind of a long reach to get over to the copper chest.
For sure. It is a nice quality of life. We're gonna have so many Mike Pondlesbys working for us.
Oh yeah.
This is real life Mike Pondlesby's revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I did not realize how late it was.
I know. I just looked too.
It doesn't feel that late though, but I think I'm gonna take my ass to bed.
Mm-hmm.
My ass is getting sleepy. If only we weren't bound by the rules of capitalism.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. I don't want any manta rays fucking up our time over at the koi pond. Our map is so nice.
Yeah.
We'll have to do the banner thing eventually one day too, once we have like
Mm-hmm.
cool buildings established here. Honk honk. Well, y'all, appreciate y'all for joining once again. We will catch you on the next one. It was a great time. Had a nice little chit chat stream.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck, you got anything for the peoples?
Make dope shit.
Make dope shit. Amen. Alright, y'all. Much love. Peace.
Much love. Peace.